Yo, what's poppin' Pokepals? Rare Boy here, and I'm back with another impossible Pokemon challenge. Today we're going to find out if it's possible to beat Pokemon Ruby using only a Galarian Darumaka. The reason why I chose the Galarian form and not its regular Unova form is for two reasons. One, I'm biased towards ice types. And two, the Galarian form does pretty much everything the Unovan form does, but with more ice. And who doesn't love more ice? Ice, baby. The other reason why I chose Darumaka is because its only stab moves are special in Gen 3. And have you seen our special stat? It's one of the lowest of all Pokemon. On top of that, ice types don't fare well against the Hoenn region. Like, at all. We have access to the Hustle ability, which will help us during this run. However, Hustle is not our only option. That's right, for the first time ever in the Impossible Challenge series, we have a contender that has the potential of having two abilities. Darumaka can have either Hustle or Inner Focus, so there's a 50-50 chance we get the ability we want in this run. Hustle will certainly grant us more firepower at the cost of accuracy, so more resets for me, yay! While Inner Focus could come in handy in cheesing our way through some matches. Honestly, I would prefer Inner Focus to give us more of a challenge, but it's in the RNG god's hands at this point. As always, the first thing we need to do is import our contender Pokemon into a realm of Ruby. For this run, I decided to edit Feraligatr since their color schemes are as close as I'm going to get. On top of that, Feraligatr is not a Pokemon you normally run into during a regular playthrough of Pokemon Ruby, making for the most authentic experience. Next thing I need to do is edit Feraligatr's internal data so that it becomes Darumaka. I edit his typing, base stats, move pool, TM and HM compatibility, and possible abilities. As you can see, our level up moves and TM HM compatibility are phenomenal, but our only physical moves via level up are all normal type. So if I don't pick up any TMs for Phoebe, she's going to be literally impossible to beat. Now that Galarian Darumaka is officially in our game, let's go over the rules of the run. The first rule is that I'm only allowed to use Darumaka in battle. I'm allowed to capture other Pokemon for HM usage, but they cannot assist Darumaka in battle. The second rule is that I am not allowed to use items in battle, aside from held items such as leftovers. And finally, no glitches or exploits will be used during this run. It's just the normal playthrough of Pokemon Ruby with the Galarian Darumaka. With the rules explained in our Darumaka in-game, let's jump into some gameplay. The first thing I do is pick up our Darumaka from Professor Birch's bag and defeat the Poochyena. For this run, I replace Trico so that our rival chooses Torchic for even more of a challenge. I nickname our contender Eskimo because, well, have you seen him? He has an impish nature, so more defense but less special attack? You gotta be kidding me. He also has Inner Focus, so it's just about as challenging as this is gonna be. With our little Eskimo on our team, it's time to set out to conquer the Hoenn region. After reaching level 8, I sweep Maze Torchic. Nothing to see here, folks. We had such a massive attack stat, it wasn't even a joke. After that, however, is our first roadblock in Roxanne. At level 16, our stab Powder Snow doesn't even deal half damage to Geodude. At this point in the game, there's no Pokemon that yield special attack EV, so I'm just going to have to get to an absurd level, I suppose. I try again at level 22, but Nosepass is a monster who eats up our Powder Snows. Well, I guess it's time for more grinding. At level 25, we finally get a miracle. Geodude can finally go down to one Powder Snow, and Nosepass gets frozen on our first Powder Snow and stays frozen for the entirety of the match. Well, that was anticlimactic, but I'll take it. I head straight for Brawly being a little hot-headed, and we almost get destroyed by his fighting types. Machop dealt over half damage to us in one foul swing, and Makuhita could have ended us easily if he got one more arm thrust in, but luckily he didn't. We won this battle with just 4 HP left. Next up is another rival fight with May. I flinch both her Wailmer and Combuskin to death with Headbutt, as I learn Ice Punch just in time to destroy Shroomish. Talk about perfect timing. I went and taught Eskimo the HM for Rock Smash because Watson's Steel types are going to be a huge issue, and this is the only move we have access to that can deal any significant damage to them. Even with Rock Smash at our disposal, though, we still struggle to take out Magnemite. I guess it's time to go do some more grinding. While grinding, I reached level 36, and I learned the move Belly Drum. I immediately replaced Bite since it's special in this generation, and Belly Drum should be the key to taking out Watson. I ran all the way back to Rust Burrow and picked up a cherry berry so we can cure our paralysis and safely set up a belly drum, and it worked. Once we got our belly drum off, it was a clean sweep on Watson. I tried Team Magma Leader Maxi, and this battle didn't go well. We don't deal enough damage, so I'm going to try this battle again with belly drum and see if that helps. Once we set up a belly drum, it was a nice clean sweep on Maxi. I hope this doesn't become a thing, just me sweeping with belly drum. Flannery time, and we were able to set up a belly drum thanks to Slugma just going for light screen. We don't get burned by either Slugma's flame body, and we're able to sweep through the fire gym on our first attempt. I tried the belly drum strat on Norman, but because of Yawn putting us to sleep, this battle isn't going anywhere. I'll see if I can find a Chesto Berry around to help us with this one. I received a Chesto Berry from a random NPC and equipped it to Eskimo, but it doesn't matter because Slacking opted for Facade this time around, and we survived on just 13 HP, allowing us to take him out. Norman's second Slacking actually lived a +6 secret power, but thankfully went for Focus Punch and was unable to attack us. That was close. Last up was Vigoroth, who we outsped and take down with one hit. Man, that battle was scary. Another battle with May, and just to flex on her, I belly drum sweep her team. GG's girl, now leave me alone. Winona is next, and since Swellow hardly ever attacks, I took this time to set up a belly drum and destroy it. Skarmory came out, survived a secret power, and we avoided a steel wing before taking him down. Whew, that was close. Pelipper went down to one hit, and Altaria we ice punched to death. Aside from Skarmory, this gym was not a threat at all. This May battle was optional, but by defeating her we gain access to the department store, which will give us access to some useful TMs. For Tate and Liza's gym, I fish up a level 9 Magikarp that only knows Splash and try my luck at level 60. Even with the +6 in attack, our secret power can't one-shot Lunatone. Looks like I'm going to have to do some more grinding. I head back in at level 69 for the memes, and at this level our +6 secret power can OHKO Lunatone, but we don't have enough health left to survive a hit from Solrock. Back to do some more grinding. I go in again at level 77, and this time I opted for Ice Beam to see how much damage we deal. It's enough where I can effectively take out the 2 Celestial Rocks and move on with the rest of my life. I didn't know how much more grinding I could do. I was going crazy. One last battle with Maxi, which was a clean and easy sweep thanks to Belly Drum, as we awaken the beast that is Groudon. After settling him back to sleep though, we can finally take on the final gym with Wallace. Loftus comes out, we set up a Belly Drum, get confused by Sweet Kiss, and take ourselves out. Oh! Well, we run that back real quick and get the correct ending, where my Belly Drum can successfully sweep through his team. Now it's time to traverse through Victory Road. At the end of Victory Road is Wally, and he was a complete pushover as always. I didn't even need to use the Belly Drum strat, I just beat him with my raw power alone. Here are our stats just outside the Elite Four at level 79. Our attack and speed are phenomenal, but the rest of our stats are just a little lackluster. We came all this way though, so we gotta see if it's possible to beat Pokemon Ruby using nothing more than a Galarian Darumaka. Let's find out. First up in the Elite Four is Sydney, and Mighty Anna had me worried when he sand attacked us, but we bypassed the accuracy drop and sweep through his team fairly easily. Let's keep it moving. Next up is Phoebe, and this battle is just not happening. Without a solid physical move in the Belly Drum strat, there's no way I see us winning this fight. After looking through Darumaka's moveset, the only 2 moves that can deal damage to Phoebe that we can learn that are physical are Hidden Power and Dig. Unfortunately for us, I tested our Hidden Power typing, and we got a special type Hidden Power, meaning we can't utilize the Belly Drum tactic with it. Dig is our last option and our only saving grace. If we can't win with this move, I'll have to forfeit the run. Once Phoebe's first Dusclops went on the offensive, instead of cursing us, we were able to sweep through the team with the help of Dig. In case you were wondering, her first Dusclops also has Protect, so she could have easily PP-stoled out her Digs, which is why I had to opt for Ice Beam. I slapped the charcoal item onto Darumaka and prepared for Glacia. We surprisingly won on our first attempt. I was honestly expecting more of a challenge from Walreign's bulk, but he went down to one hit. Drake, as one would imagine, was a complete sweep with nothing more than Ice Beam. Now all that stands between us and victory is one final battle against Steven Stone. Here's one last look at our stats before we enter the Champions Room. I don't think we've ever gotten here at such a low level, but will it be enough to finish this run and prove to the world that it's possible to beat Pokemon Ruby using nothing more than a Galarian Darumaka? Let's find out. Steven Stone time in this match was wild. We avoided Skarmory's Steel Wing turn 1, allowing us to take him out with full health. Claydol comes in and we freeze him on our first Ice Beam, allowing me to set up a Belly Drum as Steven heals him. I go for another Ice Beam as Claydol survives, but just sets up a Light Screen. That could be problematic for Cradilly. We take down Claydol and out comes Cradilly, who we get a crit on with Ice Beam, bypassing this Light Screen buff, and we take him down in one hit. Armaldo is out next and we go for Dig. With our fully buffed up attack, it's enough to take him out. Next out is his ace Metagross, who stood no chance against our Dig. And last but not least is Aggron, who is 4 times weak to Dig, so I go for it, as Aggron opts for Earthquake, which doubles in power for opponents who are underground. We survive the Earthquake on just 6 HP, and we take out Steven's last Pokemon, placing us in the Hoenn Hall of Fame. This challenge had a very satisfying and easy ending, which is something I don't get to say very often on this channel. For my next Impossible Challenge, we're going to be doing something very interesting. We're going to be taking on Pokemon Fire Red with only a Meltan, so if you don't want to miss that challenge, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Also be sure to leave a like on this video if you are enjoying it, and leave a comment on your favorite part of the run. This has been your boy Rare Boy, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!